Hello, Internet!
Welcome everyone, we are the Grin Brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Diablo 3. Oh come on, the first time I comment is when I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I was knowing in the book.
I'm aware of what you were doing. I just wanted to go
No,
ahead.
the audience would know what I'm doing.
Oh, they don't need to know. We have encountered a lot of... I'm dying. We've encountered a lot of rares. And bosses.
So we have.
I'm gonna sit back. Come on guys, just do me a favour and die. One of us got, I think, a legendary necklace. So, I think you did. Yeah, identify it.
Oh,
Squirt's
you just have to press it once. Squirt's necklace.
Jesus, that is good.
Okay.
An unassuming chunk of stone covered with runes. The name of Cantwort, the ancient god of thieves, is scratched onto its back.
Cantwort, the ancient goddess of thieves. Squirtle, squirt.
Right, where are we going?
I got a necklace from the Squirtle Squad.
That is a necklace I would keep. God, the Squirtle Squad was years ago.
Yes, Rafi, we're celebrating Pokemon's 20th anniversary this year. It's 20th.
Having spent time
Were
on
you born then?
What?
You weren't, were you?
What year did it come out?
1996.
No, I wasn't.
Not in the UK, it came out in 1998 in the UK, but...
It means I was born a year after the initial creation of Pokemon.
Okay. we did note how weird it was when we had the Cadicrus and Scarfulu episode, and I am Cadicrus's age and you're Scarfulu's.
Yes. I also, when I created my avatar in Pokken Tournament, it looked scarily like Scarfulu. I didn't mean for it to look like Scarfulu. I meant for it to look like me, but for some reason it just became Scarfulu. But no, like, having spent time on the internet, I feel like we're the only people that don't really care about the X and Y anime. Because everyone else seems to think it was the best thing to happen.
Ignoring every event from the Pokemon League onwards, I personally think the Pokemon Best Wishes, aka Black and White, was the best of the anime.
Yeah.
Because it did a lot of new things with Team Rocket, but didn't remove them from appearing as jokes every now and again. But also had a lot more serious moments with them. It didn't have Team Rocket in every episode, so it meant that they weren't having to rely on Team Rocket just being the best part about the entire Pokemon anime series constantly. It's true, like they are the best. Like there's never. They are like the villainous organisation you want to join just for the two Team Rocket members. Not because of the, Team Rocket as an organisation, just for Jesse James and Meowth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Heck, they're the most sympathetic characters of the entire series.
Yeah.
Their backstories are terrible for them.
Even the Pokemon part of their crew has a terrible backstory, and their life is full of nothing but pain and misery. I don't envy them. They're also, technically speaking, better trainers most of the time.
And you got to, like when they talk about their sort of like even their current state, they sort of like sleep on the benches and such.
Yeah. Scribes lectern, lyrics drill, part 2. No, because like, everyone seems to be like.
Oh, these two different ways. I thought they
no,
just
that way's blocked off, so we gotta go this way. Like everyone seems to.
There is a new piece to the game. A girl named Leah. My spies tell me she is the child of the witch
Spies!
Adria, who is hiding in the deserts of
Do you think she is
the child of who? You kind of spoke over that, right?
Adria. The witch Adria.
No mortal could slaughter our brethren with such ease. She is here.
Wait, who are they talking about?
Us.
Delay her while I prepare her demise.
I mean, he's got a fair point. He's like, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work.
horrible things to us.
They read us the entire B-movie script!
They made us watch a YouTube channel called the Grin Brothers!
The golden eyes. I saw Magda take him.
I don't remember him having golden eyes. Then again, I didn't really look into his eyes that much.
Isn't she already dead? Hence she floating out of her as a ghost.
No, that's just her wizard powers. I assume. She's a better wizard than you.
I prefer having a physical body.
Halls of agony! She does have a physical body. She just sends out her butterfly image everywhere. She's very butterfly.
I could appear before you, but butterflies! That's not an explanation.
She's very butterfly-centric for some reason.
Look, I don't think you can have a barrel called the torture barrel. That doesn't make sense.
They torture people with it, I assume. Die.
Look at this barrel. You're not allowed to break it, Link.
He's killing me.
Yeah, Earthlock?
What were we
If you're
talking-
ever going to finish talking about it.
Well, like, I don't know if I can, really. I'm just really bad at this.
Yeah.
That's why it's a torture barrel, there's people in it. Have a shield.
Just like, I love the fun Donk.
Sacrificial heads. By the way, this is whilst Leoric was crazy that he had this.
Oh, this was his peace times.
I am convinced that some malevolent...
I am convinced I'm insane. I have balls of heads and barrels with people in them.
me to horrendous acts.
Oh, Jesus.
When I seem
Hello.
to control my body. Lazarus knows.
Have some shields.
Jump attack.
He looks at me strangely when he thinks me otherwise disposed.
He looks at me strange. Like he's trying to...
It could be because he's a painting, but...
Ba-doom. Ba-doom.
I've yet to beat the painting in a stirring contest. I'm not sure why.
Oh, I've got no wrath.
Raph, you're always angry.
Yeah, I don't apparently have enough wrath to use
Then
shield
this game
throw.
is lying.
Apparently shield throw requires wrath. Not rage though.
I'm honestly not sure what the difference really is.
There isn't. Except wrath is used by paladins and
Okay,
rage.
anything else to talk about then? I guess,
Shields! Shields!
well, this is like the last area, isn't it?
I think so.
Well, I've got a
She read
backup.
his thing.
I've got a backup plan. So, recently, and something I wanted to discuss last time, my village, which is Rafi's village, because we both live in the same place,
Blasphemy.
had Heritage Day,
Oh yeah, it did.
which I'm assuming is like an event that happens across the whole of the UK at the very least, anyway. But it's the first time our village took part in having their own Heritage Day. So there was like cakes to eat and like history of the village.
Shields!
And some like little posters describing the various sort of historical facts about the various houses.
Oh wait, that's a bad idea. That does hurt us. Oh.
Patience.
This is hurting a bit. Yeah, Heritage Day.
Yeah, Heritage Day. Freeze these guys again.
Cheers.
Shield.
I think I don't know what
You
I
didn't
was
do
doing.
anything on that day, I don't
No.
believe. I was, I'm a member of my conservation group, so I actually was going about. They apparently didn't need me to help out because they already were handling things just fine. So I mostly walked about the village in the rain, admittedly. Sadly, it didn't go too well because it was pouring down with rain. But there was a surprising amount of people for how much rain there was.
Yeah. Because it was raining quite heavy. Which might have been one of the reasons why I didn't leave the house. Yeah, that was the reason. Damn it,
But-
shield. Oh god, lag.
So I spent most of the day sort of like, I stayed in the hall quite a bit because, it was pouring down rain everywhere else. I had some nice little cakes. They had like a lemon drizzle cake, which was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there's lemon in it.
tea was very nice to have after, because I went about trying to read each of the sort of houses, but I don't think
They had plaques on the houses explaining the history. He
Yeah.
wasn't literally trying to read a house.
But I was originally going to be taking notes down, but obviously I couldn't because it was pouring out rain, and every time I tried to get my notebook out, it would be
Raining.
soggy.
Pleasant.
I
I like how we stopped to witness that.
But I do remember a couple of little interesting
Look,
facts.
sacrificial head.
And one interesting thing, which wasn't actually on any of the houses,
Yeah.
but was actually something that was put up in the village hall, is something Dad noted when looking through the books. Our house is actually older than they remember it being. They thought it was only around since it's the deed to our house only goes back to like 1960,
Okay.
but it's been around since 1900s at least.
How weird.
Because there was a building in the place where our house was on like on a drawing for about 1910.
How
something
weird.
like that. But I think one of the most interesting parts about one of the houses was what was the old school.
Yeah.
Which was a school which symbol is represented by like a key in a Bible book or just an open book.
Yeah.
But it was set by the priest of the church,
I assume so.
the head of the church, basically of our. Sorry, I've censored that part out
Okay.
because I don't say the name of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, of our village church.
Though my counsel begs me to reconsider, I will continue with the executions of those I find guilty of plotting against the kingdom. Perhaps they fear my eye will fall on them.
It's basically murdering everyone.
Heinous, treasonous plans as well. Lazarus is the only one I can still trust.
I'm pretty sure the one person he trusts is the one person that's actually evil as well.
Yeah, but around I think it was like 1930, our village had a strike. More specifically, the school children of our village had a strike
Why?
because one of the teachers apparently used the cane too often, and so the children striked. And apparently, one of the people there, an older fellow, remembered the head of the church, because apparently like the head of the church in our village seems to have was involved in a lot of events each time.
Yeah.
Had to escort that particular teacher around, so because the children tried to mob said teacher when they appeared
That's funny.
during the strike. But to think that school children,
Tried to murder a man. By the way, be careful of that. It hurts.
yes, back in the 1930s, when there was a lot more sort of discipline, so you got to think how badly that teacher must have been using the cane
Yeah.
for them to actually rebel.
That would have been a... Ow, my face.
Be careful! There's a thing which hurts.
I can roll, so... I should be safe.
That was a massive sword.
Probably...
But one of the things I did get to go on,
Was it a bouncy castle?
no, sadly not,
No, it's not.
was the churchyard walk, which was basically there wasn't that many. It was only like 8 people for the actual tour itself.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say about 5 other people were just like scattered around the place looking. But
Poison enchanted shielding.
it was interesting to know which gravestones had fared better, and like knowing how the one
No!
you went the right way.
The enemy was next to... Right, let's try and get him. Don't press A. We want this guy dead.
That's strange. I froze the fella and he just moved way quicker.
Treasure goblins are unique. Yes, yes! There we go.
I got common debris.
Sorry, I wanted him dead.
Yes. We did encounter a lot of treasure goblins. That's why I got over encumbered
Yeah, probably.
Um,
I'm sure putting yourself in an Iron Maiden.
you know,
is
like
exactly...
the ones facing the road had weathered away a lot more.
Yeah.
And the ones like sort of closer to the church had fared better.
Yeah.
There was a whole line of church gravestones, which was which people tend to refer to as the blacksmith gravestones,
Okay.
because it was the person who set up the blacksmith. His wife and 2 sons died within like 6 weeks of each other.
Wow.
The sons were like 20 though, so a lot of the child deaths, because there was a lot of young child deaths.
Yeah. As there always was back in the day.
This was only about 1890.
Back in the day.
But he got married again,
Yeah.
and yet when he passed away years later, his second wife actually put his gravestone with the first wife and 2 children.
That's very nice of her.
And her gravestone is apparently separate, I believe, up in Winslow or something.
That's a weird place to put your grave. You could have just joined them. Die, foul dudes. Kind of takes away
The
some...
most villainous dude ever! That you kind of take away some of the seriousness calling it a dude.
Right, so that's the way we're supposed to go, so... Jesus Christ, I am bad at aiming this shield. So I go this way or something.
Like there was quite a few others. There's like some which like it's must have been made of some much better sort of quality stone, because some are preserved so much better than even some of the more modern stones.
Yeah.
But I think the most interesting one was the burial of 2 soldiers. It was sadly like a tree has decided to join them, and it's like grown through a lot of it. It's destroyed like the little sort of steel fencing it had around it.
Yeah.
But there was a grave for 2 soldiers. They were buried together as companions, signing them as brothers in arms, as it were.
Yeah.
But the village talk of them was they're always particularly close.
Okay.
As in, they were gay.
Yeah.
And yet, although no one was going to say it outright, the fact that they willingly buried them together instead of with other family members or anything like that,
Yeah.
or even near other family members, they were buried away from the rest of their family together in the same sort of gravestone when they died at war,
Yeah.
is very touching. It seems like, even though it wasn't accepted back then, they were kind of accepted in a way for what they were.
Yeah. When people...
Which is, and this was during sort of World War I, World War II. It's like, it was very touching, really. Like,
people are a lot more likely to respect someone when they're dead.
Well, I feel like it's like, you have people who would be against a lot of things, socially and such, but when it's someone who they are friends with, suddenly it comes out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Something like that. They'd suddenly be a lot more willing to see it from a different point of view, or more willing to accept it. Even if they're not willing to accept it, they're more willing to still respect the person's wishes and such based on them liking the person.
Yeah.
So I feel that's kind of what must have happened with how, for that time, they were kind of accepted as being a couple.
Yeah.
Just never said as a couple.
Yeah.
And
they were friends.
Yes. We buried.
Oh, Jesus Christ, they're big!
We buried them together as comrades. Yes, comrades.
I need more hammers. Luckily, these guys' abilities suck. Because all they can do is build walls. Which admittedly is terrible for someone like a mage, usually, because it means you get stuck between walls. Go on, fight me, fight me, fight me, you're dead. Ooh, I got the legendary two-handed mace. Should we
Good
wrap
feat.
up on me revealing the mace? Because it's been 20 minutes.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, I kind of talked about the main things. Like, I would be able to remember a lot more about Heritage Day if I'd actually gone to know it down. And there were, you know, a lot of interesting things talked about, sort of the graves, and a lot of interesting thing about the houses. But those were kind of the main ones I remember. Crushbone. What's wrong with it?
Like what I already have equipped.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, but they're the exact same.
Oh!
It's given me another Crushbane.
Well, cheerio everyone!
Yes, farewell. I'm gonna go pee.